everyone. Welcome to our video 5 of the Managing Subscription Products in Salesforce CPQ series from DemandBlue. In our last video, we covered proration. If you've missed our last few videos, be sure to check it out in the links posted in the description below. My name is Parul Nagpal. I'm a Director of Customer Success with DemandBlue. I have first-hand implementation experience with various Salesforce CPQ, Sales Cloud, and Experience Cloud solutions. I plan to cover Salesforce CPQ renewals and amendments today. Let me start by giving you a proper context of what Salesforce CPQ renewals are first. Renewals are a config option in CPQ, which automatically allows you to create renewal opportunities and quotes for an existing CPQ contract. There are two options that come out of the box. One is the renewal forecast field, which when clicked, it creates a draft renewal opportunity for forecast purposes. The other is the renewal quoted option on the contract, which then adds a primary quote to the renewal opportunity, which has been created in the previous checkbox. You can specify a renewal uplift percentage to specify if there is a rate of percentage increase in the renewal prices. You can also specify what the renewal term. The renewal quote start date starts 1 day after the previous contract end date, and the end date is obviously dependent on the renewal length, which was specified on the original contract. The renewal subscriptions from the previous contract, they will automatically show up as quote lines with uplifted prices based on whatever uplift percentage you've defaulted on the renewed contract. The pricing gets adjusted for the duration of the contract and the products, and the total, which is reflected on the renewal opportunity, as soon as the primary quote creation happens, is also dependent on whatever the duration of that total quote start date and end date might be. You could schedule the creation of these based on various scheduling options or automation options in Salesforce, like flows or Apex patches, instead of trying to do this manually. And once the renewal opportunity and quote have been created, your sales reps are free to make updates to pricing, increase or discount the price, or add any additional add-on products in case of expansions. Here is an example of an opportunity that was created from a contract. This is a renewal opportunity. You see that there is a primary with a start date and end date, which is 12 months apart. And it also reflects which contract has been renewed. Once this renewal opportunity is closed won, it will create the new renewed contract, new renewal contract based on whatever pricing and products are available as part of this particular opportunity. Let's dive in. Standard renewal forecast and renewal quoted options are available out of the box, and based on your existing subscriptions, the price book, the prices specified, your products, your renewal contract term, and original contract date help you create these renewals and renewal opportunities and quotes within Salesforce. First creates the renewal opportunity, then the primary quote with the same set of products. From the quote lines, they automatically sync over to the renewal opportunity products as well. The thing to remember is any price rules and customizations that are done either in QCP or any flows, process builders, workflows, any mandatory rules, validations if present, they will also automatically apply to the calculations for renewal opportunities and quotes. And the renewal quoted field is specially recommended if you would like to keep the bundle structures intact when you're building the renewal quote, in case you have products created like bundles with various options within CPQ, and those have been added to your contracts. Also, if there are any add-on opportunities that have written to the original contract and created subscriptions from those products also, irrespective of what the length was, they get captured onto the renewal clients, except that the dates are consistent for all subscriptions when. Typically, MRR values are also calculated on renewals, which is your monthly recurring revenue. Remember, only recurring products get renewed. Evergreen or one-time products do not get renewed. So now let's touch on renewal models in CPQ. There are two. One is asset-based versus the other, which is contract-based. If you don't know what assets are, let me throw some light on that. Anything which is a one-time sale for a product, like a license or a piece of hardware that has its own registration or serial number and the customer pays for it one time, generally has to be defined as products like an asset-based product. Which means that if you have it on an opportunity line item, when the opportunity is closed won, instead of creating a subscription, it will create an asset in Salesforce. The subscription gets tied to the contract, the assets simply stay on the account itself. The serial number then can be added to the assets that are created. For any assets that need to be renewed depending on the type of business and the SKUs they might be selling, one could opt for asset-based renewals in Salesforce. For contract-based renewals, it specifically focuses only on the renewal subscriptions that are added as line items to active contracts. You can also specify a renewal pricing method, which means you can have renewals created at the same price at which they were sold at the time of original sale, or you could renew them at the current list price for whatever you've listed in the price book. Let's say your prices have gone up. Or you could apply an uplift based on whatever original prices you have negotiated with the customer on the previous contract. Just uplift them by a certain percentage, and the entire pricing for all the products will get uplifted by that percentage and automatically reflected on the renewal. These are options which also auto default based on contract and renewal on how it will behave per customer, which means that you can actually define this behavior on the account level. Now let's talk about amendments. Amendments are created in Salesforce if there is a need to change pricing or quantities on subscriptions for an existing active contract in Salesforce. Once the amendment is created, it determines the date from which the next amendment might be applicable. For example, your contract started in September 2022, goes on till August of 2023. Your first amendment, let's say, is effective from October 22. It means your subsequent amendments can only be after the 1st of October. You can change pricing, you can add quantities, reduce them, add new products on existing contracts by using this amend option. When you choose to amend a contract, it does the same thing, creates an amendment opportunity and an amendment quote based on whatever existing subscriptions are tagged to the contract. Any changes that have to be done would be done on the amendment quote lines, and they will reflect on the opportunity. Your amended quote lines will have a reference to existing subscription lines from the original contract. When the amendment opportunity is closed won, it will go and update the contract subscriptions. So basically it will add subsequent line items, which if in case existing subscription has been updated, it will create a new line item, which will have a reference to the previous subscription, reflecting the change as of the amendment date, or it'll create a new line without any reference in case a new product is being added. It is recommended that subscription line items co-terminate. It makes it easier to create renewals so that all lines renew at the same time. In case that is not a use case and the subscriptions do not co-terminate, you can choose to create more than one renewal and divide the lines on subsequent renewals based on when they should start getting billed. For a lot of CPQ orgs, these contracts and subscriptions either then tied to a Salesforce billing solution to generate invoices, or they can be sent or integrated with another ERP solution. For amended contracts, amendment subscription final quantity gets tagged based on all the line items that were referring to the original subscription in case you did multiple amendments, and finally gets reflected on a single combined line item at the time of renewal. And the price is reflected from the latest amendment line item subscription. Now, just like in renewals, your amendments are also based, their behavior is defined by the renewal model. The two renewal models that we have are contract-based and asset-based. So if it is contract-based, it means you already have a contract from the opportunity and the customer wants to change it. You can hit amend on the contract, or you can hit amend contract on the opportunity. Salesforce CPQ will allow you to it'll automatically create the amendment opportunity and quote, and it'll have the products from your original quote. You can adjust these quantities. The amendment will reflect the quantity differences between your original and the amended quote. For asset-based renewal model, you already have assets which are contracted on your opportunity or order, and the customer wants to change their quote. You will hit amend assets on the account or opportunity. Salesforce CPQ automatically then creates an amendment opportunity and quote. It contains products from the original order. You adjust these product quantities, and the amendment opportunity reflects the differences between your original and amendment. Here's an example where we've added a package, the Enterprise Complete package, right since the start, which is say 1st of April till the end of March 2023. And on the 6th, on the 1st of June, we've actually added a premium product 10 quantities. And then we also see another package has been added from the 1st of June all the way end of March. So it's a lesser duration than the original contract. It started a bit later, but there is an additional quantity and it ends on 3/31/2023, which means that at the end of this 3/31/2023, all these lines for the duration of the entire renewal length will get renewed for whatever that duration might be. If it's 12 months, all these lines will get renewed starting, say, 1st of April 2023. And if it's 12 months, goes all the way till 31st of March 2024. CPQ simplifies renewals and amendments based on common use cases for companies selling subscription or SaaS products. It may seem daunting. Renewals and amendments can become simple and easy to understand once you see what are the options with CPQ. We hope that this session enlightened you on the possibilities. Demandblue is a Salesforce CPQ specialist and Tier 2 billing partner, and we're here to help you augment your sales team needs for CPQ and beyond. Call us today to start your CPQ adventure. That brings us to the end of our session today. Stay connected with Demandblue till then. Thank you.